Hello guys, my name is Przemek Chojecki and today I'm going to walk you through my article Never Stop Learning and have this little discussion about should you stop learning, and if not, how to acquire new skills. So this article is published on Built-in, and if you search for Built-in Never Stop Learning, you're going to find it. So generally answering the question, the title, you should never stop learning, it's the best way to be doing because you have this sense of purpose in your life that you have new skills to learn, and it's really important to actually have this sense of being fulfilled from time to time, and learning is the best way to do it. And by learning, it actually can mean anything, and I mean here anything. It can be learning like in going through the university, getting a master degree, or learning like in getting some new skills like playing guitar, playing chess, I don't know, learning about new Pokemon cards that are out there. That's also learning if there's like some sense of a progress and you put that in a line of a longer thing and you think about it in a way of a career. So they're like you can either learn by like just picking small things, and that isn't really fulfilling in the long term because it doesn't build up, and there's no like compound interest to learning. And what you really want to do is you really want to start compounding your learning into something much bigger. And that, when it comes to building a successful career, is all about, because you compound your knowledge over time by adding different new things around what you knew already. And this is super important, especially in whatever you do technically. Like, for example, if you were to become a data scientist, if you were to run your own business, then there are certain things that you learn over time and that are becoming much easier as you repeat them over and over altogether. So that's why I'm a huge proponent of continuous learning, where you actually think about it as your whole life being just to learn more and more stuff. And this is super important if you want to have a successful life, if you want to have this meaning of life, because there are always new skills to be acquired on top of what you did already. And it's also concerned with actually pushing the boundaries, going into uncomfortable places, trying something new, but always something which gets you out of your comfort zone, but just a little bit, not to break you, not to crush you completely, but maybe make you a little bit inconvenient. So that's the best kind of learning, because that gives you progress over time and fulfillment over time as well. So always feel a little bit uncomfortable, but not to the point of being super stressed and couldn't sleep at night. That's not the good kind of stress, but the good kind of stress is the stress that allows you to go out and do much more and be stressed, and thanks to this stress act and achieve much more than before. So in this article I basically discuss how to acquire skills online, and it's all about courses. I'm a huge fan of Coursera, which I mentioned already many times on this channel. It's a perfect way to actually get this kind of skills that you could get at the university, but right now, due to the pandemic, I really believe that there are better options than just going to the university, especially that you won't meet any people as a student, more or less. I mean, you probably can have Discord channels, but that's not the same. And the good thing about Coursera and similar courses is that they also try to give you this sense of community, this sense of belonging and learning from other people as well. And it's really important because in the end, you want to learn with others, you want to learn what's important and get these other points of view. So, well, thanks to the pandemic, we're living in the year of remote work, really, and everything went digital, most or less, at least in technology startups and this world, it's more or less remote work only. And that has the good side to it, that being that you can also learn much more going digital. So the platforms that I wanted to mention, and I mentioned in this article, the four main platforms are Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, and EDX. And each one of them is a little bit different and serves a different purpose. So first of all, Coursera, that I mentioned many times on my channel. Coursera is the most technically oriented. It started with the course by Andrew Ng, the co-founder of Coursera, who's also a professor at Stanford, and he did this course about machine learning. Now it's one of the first massive run courses online ever. It was super popular, and basically it started the whole Coursera movement. And right now, it's still available right there on the platform. You can still pick up machine learning basically from Andrew and G, and that's really great. That's one of the most classical courses out there when it comes to machine learning. On the other hand, you have also many good courses coming from IBM, from Google, and from other universities that are on Coursera. Mostly you pay a subscription fee for a particular course, which starts at $39 per month. That probably also depends on your localization and what kind of course you want to run. The alternative thing is actually paying for Coursera Plus. This is like a Netflix subscription, more or less. You pay a yearly fee and you can learn everything as much as possible, whatever you do. Finally, the third option is that if you don't need any kind of certificate coming from Coursera because you're learning for fun, you're learning for yourself, or your employer doesn't need any kind of certificate from you, then actually you can audit all the courses for free. Each course, not specialization, just the courses, each course has a button audit course, and that will take you to the course and you will be able to go for free through all the materials. So again, this is only for courses, not specializations, but each specialization is consists of a couple of courses, and you can take those and go in for one of the courses and then audit them for free. This is a great way to start for free and see if Coursera is for you or not. So that's the really important thing. On the other side of spectrum, we have Udemy, and Udemy actually relies on small content creators, independent teachers, and not big institutions like with Coursera. So anyone can offer a course on Udemy, and basically that goes through the revision process from Udemy team, assuring that the quality is met, and then you have all these courses. And mostly those are like really short courses. They can last from 30 minutes to a couple of hours to dozen of hours, but most of them are probably in the range of couple of hours courses, which are great for picking particular skills for teachers that actually are experts in their domains. So you find plethora of courses on different IT, business, personal development, also music, but also Udemy started with basically IT. But Udemy is great for picking this niche knowledge from experts. On the other hand, and basically Udemy is really cheap. It starts as low as 9 or even lower than that. I think if you're living in like countries like India or maybe like Brazil, then actually the price will go even down to like just a couple dollars per course. So that's really great. On the other hand, we have also Skillshare, which is also giving you content from smaller content creators, independent teachers, but it's more about creative skills. So you won't find things about IT, you find things like photography, illustration, playing guitar. So it's more oriented towards creative skills that you might want to acquire either for your job or for yourself as a hobby. So the real goal is to spark creativity, and the pricing model is basically subscription based. So again, like Netflix, you pay either $15 per month or $99 annually, and that gives you access to the whole platform. Finally, we have edX, and edX is a free educational platform from top universities like MIT and Harvard, and that allows you to actually browse through their courses for free from those top universities. Or if you want to have some kind of a certificate, you can also sign up for the master degree or other certificates they have. So this is really probably the hugest difference between the other platforms, between the edX and Coursera, is that you can literally have a master degree done online for edX through one of the from one of the top universities without actually having to go to any courses, which might be a great thing right now. So those are the 4 platforms. As I said, my favorite is probably Coursera, but all of them are great depending on what you want to do exactly, what kind of skills you want to acquire. So you probably have to keep that in mind and just ask yourself what skills are you looking for, whether that should be something hobby related for your personal life, or that should be something for your career, or maybe you're going for a career shift and you want to jumpstart something totally new, then that's also a great way to actually start acquiring various skills. So yeah, I think those courses are really great. Those platforms are really great, and courses from there are really great. Also, what I wanted to mention that I have in this article is you have Google Certificates and LinkedIn Learning. Those are two other platforms that are both from those large companies. Google Certificates basically teaches you how to acquire certain skills for certain positions. So they're more like career oriented, because you pick from like UX designer, data analyst, or find other jobs, and then you complete the whole training for those positions. So it's super focused on those particular careers that you choose. On the other hand, LinkedIn Learning is another large platform with a bunch of tools. Right now there are over 10,000 courses, both paid and free. And the great thing is that due to the connection with LinkedIn and due to the various AI algorithms that can analyze your CV, they can give you personal recommendations. So it's a little bit like Netflix recommendation system for the movies, but basically saying what kind of skills you need to acquire to get better at the job that you're doing. And that might be really great if you're trying to boost your own career in the direction that you're already going for. So they might propose you courses which are really interested to complement what skills you have or put you on another level. So as I said about this full-fledged master programs, EDX, that's one of them, and basically those master programs starts at around $9,000 per the whole program. So that might be an interesting option if you want to have a master degree from one of those universities because you never did one, or maybe you want to change career and start doing that. Yeah, so that's basically it when it comes to the platforms and how to start learning. Also, the thing that I haven't mentioned in the article, but I think it's a great way to actually learn, is basically YouTube. So the way you're watching this video of mine right now, also YouTube gives you basically endless options to learn from various people who share their knowledge, share their insights, talk about something fascinating either for them or just discuss the recent events. And I think that's really important part about trying to find the channels that really interest you, because you can have this point of view of experts or people like you who actually went through the road you're going through and can share their insights. So that's really what I like about YouTube, that I can, for example, find people who did something super interesting when it comes to startups or have already successful companies. And so I watch a lot of interviews with those people to understand their point of view, their strategy, their mindset, what they did in order to get where they are right now. And that's super interesting from my perspective. And you can also have this kind of YouTube channels that you like, of content creators that put a lot of effort to actually create better and better content. So I really like how YouTube works right now, and really think it's one of the learning platforms if you can use it well. Because of course, YouTube can be used for anything, from just listening mindlessly to various stuff that you are not even interested in, to of course listening to music, to finding those very interesting and engaging pieces that you can learn from. So in the end, that's my recommendation, and that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. Never stop learning, because learning gives you the fulfillment in life, and continuous learning is essential to not only be successful in any economy, but actually to feel successful yourself, because you can acquire those new skills, you feel this fulfillment, you feel better with yourself, and I think it's a great feeling. I always loved learning, and this is something that I really still love doing, learning new skills, trying new things, experiencing something totally outside of the scope of my comfort zone in order to boost my own performance. So thank you for watching. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel, leave the like until this video, and see you in the next episode. Thank you.